Hi friends, this story is from Ella and Olivia and it's called Puppy Trouble. Okay, chapter 1. Ella and Olivia are sisters. Ella is 7 years old. Olivia is 5.5 years old. Both girls go to big school together. Ella loves to play netball and Olivia loves to draw. Ella and Olivia are jumping with excitement for the last month. They've been counting down the days. The calendar has lots of large crosses on it. Only 3 days left, Olivia, says Ella. I can't wait, Olivia says, puts an X on the calendar. Her handwriting is very neat since she started school. On the weekend, the sisters are going to the pet shop to choose their puppy. They have wanted a dog forever. Ella and Olivia will love their dog and spoil him rotten, maybe even more than they spoil their brother. They spoil Max. Their brother Max is only 1.5 years old. He has learnt to talk and is starting to. He's learnt to talk and is starting to. So he's learnt to walk and starting to talk. Soon he won't stop talking. Ella and Olivia also love to talk. Chatterboxes, Mum calls them. You have to look after your puppy, warns Dad. I'm going to take him for a walk every day, promises Ella. I'm going to scratch his tummy, says Olivia. Woof, woof, barks Max. Olivia leans over and gives Max a scratch on the tummy. The house is going to be very busy once the puppy arrives. The girls work hard to get everything ready. Mum and Dad want them to look after the puppy properly, like big girls. The puppy will need lots of water, reminds Mum. Puppies also need lots of playtime, says Dad says. I've been saving the old tennis ball for you. Dad hands Ella a stinky old tennis ball. Yuck, says Ella. I'm going to buy our puppy a new ball. She's been saving up her pocket money. Finally, the calendar is full of crosses. No more days to cross off, Ella, says Olivia. We're going off to the pet shop. Ready, girls? Dad says. He has to put towels down on the back seat of the car. Puppies can get very excited when they meet new people, says Mum. That's why we have to put newspaper on the floor and towel in the car. Puppies are brand new dogs. They still have to learn to do everything. Puppies need to be toilet trained. Ella and Olivia can't wait to go to the pet shop. When they arrive, they rush to the window. There are all sorts of animals and people in there. There are babies looking at tropical fish. There are grannies looking at pretty kittens. There are big brothers looking at guinea pigs. Olivia spots the puppies in the middle of the pet shop. The puppies are here, cries Olivia. Come and look. Ella sees a little white mop with ears. That's a Matadera, says Dad. Olivia spies the spotty dog. That's Dalmatians, Dad says. But Olivia and Ella see the most perfect dog in the world. He's sitting in the corner all by himself. He has yellow-white fur. His blonde eyelashes are very long. His black nose is soft and wet. He looks at Ella and Olivia with his brown big eyes. On the picture, it has a little sign, so I'm just going to read what the sign says. Please take me home. I am a golden retriever. I am 9 weeks old. Okay, let's go back to the story. We have found our puppy, the girls cry. Chapter 2. On the way home, the little puppy curls up on Olivia's lap. It shivers slightly, but he is a bit scared. Right now, he is tiny enough to hold in 2 hands, but soon enough he'll be going to grow into a big, strong, and very fluffy dog. There, says Olivia. Don't be afraid. We're going to become best friends. The puppy's fur is soft and silky. His little eyelashes are so beautiful. Olivia has never seen anything so precious. Ella holds a new ball that she bought at the pet shop with her pocket money. It squeaks when it's squeezed. It is a present for the puppy. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Ella, cries Dad. I'm just practicing, Dad, Ella says. Together they also bought a dog brush, a leash, and a bowl of water, and some special puppy food. When they get home, they lead the dog into the backyard. The puppy is not so sure what to do. He sits on the grass. He looks around. His little black nose twitches in the air. Then, this is his new home. Then, zoom, he is off. And he races, he sniffs the roses, he licks the fence, he expects the clothesline. Mum falls in love with the puppy straight away. He's adorable, gushes Mum. I love golden retrievers. They are smart and funny and very loyal, nods Dad. Ruff, barks Max. The dog spends the afternoons exploring. He disappears into the shed, he crawls under the garden hose, he even tries to bark. Woof! Goes the puppy. Then he sees a bird in the tree. Woof, woof, woof. What are we going to call him? Olivia asked. Well, he's a golden retriever. What about G-R-E-G? Asked Mum. What about G-R-A-H-A-M? Says Dad. You can't get a dog Graham, says Mum. But Ella has an idea. I think we should call him Bob, says Ella. Everyone looks at the puppy. Bob, Ella calls softly. The dog stops mind sniff and he turns and looks at Ella. Bob, cries Ella. Then she rushes over here to him and gives him a big hug. I think we have a dog called Bob, laughs Dad. The girls need to feed Bob. Puppies eat a lot. They also pop a lot. Ella taps on the can with a spoon, but Bob ignores her. But as soon as she puts the food in his bowl, he trots over and nose twitch. Sniff, sniff. Everything he does is so cute. Olivia fills up the water bowl. Together they watched him eat and drink. I'm very proud of you girls, but don't forget to clean out everything in the laundry. That is where Bob's going to sleep. Looking after puppy is a lot of hard work, Mum reminds them. Ella and Olivia look at each other. They think having a puppy is really easy. Chapter 3. When it is time to go to bed, Ella and Olivia give Bob special cuddles. Already, he is very spoiled. Puppy. Good night, Bob, Ella whispers. Sweet dreams, Bob, Olivia says softly. Bob looks at them with his big brown eyes. Then they take him to the laundry where he'll sleep tonight. Ella and Olivia covered the floor with pieces of old newspaper just in case Bob has an accident. Bob has his own little doggy bed to sleep in. It's just his size. Bob sniffs around the laundry until he finds his bed. He puts one paw on the bed and then another, and then he jumps up and finds a comfortable spot. Soon Bob is snoring. Little puppy snores. He little blonde eyelashes don't even flutter. It has been a big day with his new family. He is a tired puppy. In the morning, the girls leap out of bed. They can't wait to see Bob. But when Ella opens the laundry door, she gets a big shock. The laundry is such a mess. The clothes have been pulled out of the laundry basket and thrown out around the room. A pair of Ugg boots have been ripped to pieces. Bob's new bed has fluff spilled out of it. Water from his bowl is sloshed all over the floor. And Bob's paw prints are everywhere. Bob sits in the middle of the mess, wagging his tail. Woof, he says. He looks very pleased with himself. Oh, no. Ella says Bob has been very naughty, but he's only little and he hasn't been taught not to rip things up yet. What happened here, Bob? Olivia asks, and she can't resist giving him another special cuddle. So does Ella. Mum and Dad are not amused. The laundry is a complete mess. Not my Ugg boots, Bob, Dad moans, holding up half-chewed Ugg boots. That's my favourite pair. Ella and Olivia go red. Things are not getting out ready for Bob went to bed. Ella and Olivia were supposed to put everything away. They completely forgot. Do you know what this means, girls? Mum says in a serious voice. Bob is your puppies. He's your responsibility. So you have to clean up after him. Ella and Olivia groans. But I want to play with Bob, says Ella. Me too, says Olivia. But you can play with Bob once you've cleaned up his mess, Dad says. That's part of the job of having a new puppy. Ella and Olivia grumble. Bob has been quite discouraging. They pick up the clothes and they put them in the washing machine. Ella gets a mop and cleans up Bob's paw prints. Ella picks up the fluff from the Ugg boots, throws it into the bin. Bob, you're a messy boy, Olivia says. Bob looks at them with his brown bob. Oh, Bob, we can't be stern with you for long, Ella laughs. Let's go and play, boy, cries Ella and Olivia. Chapter 4. Ella and Olivia tried to teach Bob to go fetch, but he's not very good at that. When they throw the ball, he runs after it, but he doesn't give it back. Bob hang on to the ball and runs around with it in his mouth. It just fits. Ella and Olivia takes Bob for his first walk. Bob doesn't want to wear the leash, but he wants to stop and sniff at everything on the street. Hold onto his leash tightly, says Dad. That will be the way he'll learn what to do. Bob is pulling left and right. He doesn't want to walk in a straight line. Bob wants to stop and smell the roses, says Dad. This way, Bob, says Olivia, helpful. Ella is having a hard time getting Bob to walk down the footpath. He keeps struggling her in all sorts of directions. He's only a little puppy, but he's very strong. Be a good boy, Bob, she cries. Bob stops and sniffs under Mr. Hester gate. Mr. Hafester is their neighbour. He doesn't like animals very much, or people. Ella and Olivia are a bit scared of him. There's nothing there, Bob. Ella stamps her foot. She had enough. Bob had to learn how to go for a walk. Here you go, Ella. But just as Ella hands Olivia the leash, Bob sniffs hard. Then he takes off. The leash slips through both Olivia and Ella's hands. Oh no, Bob has escaped. Bob! Ella cries. Bob, come back, shouts Dad. Bob, Bob, Bob! Olivia cries. But it's too late. Bob scampers swiftly over Mr. Maxfield's lawn and runs under the sprinkler. Droplets of water cling to his fur as he runs up the front steps of the house. The front door is wide open. Bob shakes the water off his coat and disappears inside. Ella and Olivia spring into action. Ella climbs over the gate, and Olivia follows. Dad shakes his head and pushes it open. Ella and Olivia have a lot to learn about dogs and gates, thinks Dad. Ella and Olivia race across the lawn and through the sprinkler. They shake themselves off at Mr. Master's front door, just like Bob. We're coming in, Mr. Mastro's, cried Ella. She's a bit scared. There's no reply. She steps through the door into the dark hallway. There's no sight of Bob inside. Olivia calls softly to Bob. Where are you, boy? Just when the girls are about to give up, they see Bob run out of the room. Up ahead, his leash trails after him. There he is, points Ella. We've got to get him. Together, Ella and Olivia scramble down the hallway. Bob's leash is getting further away. Suddenly they feel themselves standing in Mr. Macho's kitchen. There are pots and pans hanging from the ceiling. They can smell toast and jam. Sitting at a small table is Mr. Macho's. His hair is grey, little wire spectacles and white woolly eyebrows. Is this what you're looking for? He smiles. Chapter 5. Bob is sitting on Mr. McFay's lap, nibbling on some toast and jam. He looks very comfortable. So does Mr. McFay's. Woof, says Bob when he sees the two girls. Phew, says Ella and Olivia. They are happy to see Bob. Sit down, girls, Mr. Max says. Waves them in. Have some toast. Mr. Max shows stuffed Bob's fur. This dog here is a good boy, he says. He jumped onto my lap straight away. Really, Dad, says, arriving in the kitchen. He's surprised to see everyone eating toast, including Bob. He ran away, says Ella. Too quick for us, added Olivia. Mr. Max first looked thoughtful at Bob. How old did you say this puppy is? 9 weeks old, said Ella. He's a golden retriever. Golden retrievers are good dogs, but but when they are young, you have to train them, says Mr. Max. You have to be firm with puppies, otherwise they will never learn how to do things the right way. Olivia puts her toast down and picks up Bob's leash. Bob training needs to start right now. Come, Bob, time to go home. Ella, Olivia, and Dad wave goodbye to Mr. Max. Olivia is in charge of walking Bob home. Come, Bob, she says firmly. Let's go home. All the way. Bob is a good boy. He sniffs only a few flowers. He chomps on a few beetles. Olivia holds onto the leash very tightly. Soon Bob gets the hang of walking down the street. When they get back home, they take off his leash. Bob is already off on his next big adventure. He rips through the house, roars out into the garden, and this time he is safe in the backyard. He can't go missing there. We nearly lost Bob, Ella says in a small voice. She was very glad they found him. Yes, I was worried sick, Olivia burst out. It has been a big week. Ella and Olivia have learned many new things. The two girls will get better at taking Bob for his walks and cleaning the laundry. They also want to teach Bob good manners and new tricks. They are going to teach him how to play fetch, roll over, and shake hands. Well done, girls, smiles Mum, hugging them both. Very proud of you. It's not easy looking after a puppy. And Olivia sighed loudly. It's time to clean up again. They hide all the shoes in the house. They put their favorite books out of reach. They learn how to pick up Bob's poop in a special plastic bag. They put Bob's toys away in the basket for the next time. Olivia fills up his food bowl with dry biscuits. Ella plumps up the cushion on Bob's bed. The girls are very tired, and so is Bob after his big adventure. He gives Ella and Olivia a little lick, then jumps up onto his bed. Soon he's fast asleep, dreaming of Ugg boots and toast and jam.
If you'd like to know how to find all of our stories, type Living Books for World Changers into the YouTube search bar, press go, select Living Books for World Changers videos, and you can find all our stories there. We upload new stories every Thursday. We love sharing stories with you. Come back and don't forget to like and subscribe.